If I were you, this one act play is from your Beehive Unit 11. Before we go on to reading of the play, let's find out about the author Douglas James. Douglas James, most notably, has written, a number of plays, including The Savages, The Ice Goddess, The North Traffic Straight Ahead, an ironic drama of wasted urban lives. If I Were You is a story of an encounter between Gerard, a cultured playwright, and a criminal. This criminal intrudes Gerard's house and asks him many questions on gunpoint. Gerard seems to be very confident and answers his questions with wit, irony, and humor. The play opens with Gerard standing by the table making a phone call. As he puts down the phone and starts packing his belongings, another man similar in build to Gerard enters with a revolver in hand. The story revolves around the Gerard's encounter with the criminal. This criminal, who was trying to escape from the police, had planned to replace Gerard after killing him. Now, Gerard, an intelligent man, was not the one to be fooled easily. So, using his presence of mind, he told the intruder that he himself was a criminal and was trying to escape the cops. So, thus, he puts himself in the shoes of the intruder to get rid of him and hands him over to the police. Now, the story in short. Gerard, a playwright, has to leave his house to deliver props for a rehearsal. Just then, an intruder enters his home. He's carrying a gun. He wants to kill Gerard and lives on and continue living on his identity. So the intruder has already committed a murder and is wanted by the police. So he thinks of stealing Gerard's identity too, so that he can live peacefully. And he wants to know the details about Gerard before killing him so that he could imitate him well. Gerard says that he himself is a crook, and if the intruder steals his identity, even then he would be chased by the police. So he has killed someone, and the police has evidence against him. And he further adds that he is carrying false mustaches and other props so that he can disguise himself and hide from the police. He senses that the police can raid his house that night, so he has positioned an accomplice on the road to warn him of danger. Gerard, poor Gerard, he's actually is trying to fool the intruder to believe him by saying that if the intruder feels that Gerard is lying, he can kill him. So as the phone rings, Gerard says that it is time for him to leave. And when the intruder does not believe Gerard, he asks him to peep out through the door of the garage and see the police for himself. So, in fact, the door was that of a cupboard. So here, in the intruder, he bends forward. Gerard pushes him inside the cupboard and locks it, and then he calls the sergeant and hands him over to the police. So that's the in short. Now about the characters. Now you will find here through characters Gerard and the intruder. So Gerard is the main character of the story. If I were you, he appears to be a director or actor of plays. In the story, we learn that he is quiet man and keeps to himself. He doesn't mingle much with the people. He is endowed with a brilliant wit and a sharp mind, smart thinking, and a sense of humor. All these qualities combined with his ability to keep a cool head enables him to handle even a life threatening situation quite successfully and easily. So Gerard is associated with the theater, playwright, acts who also acts in and provides props for plays. He is not a very social person. Lives in a lonely cottage in the wilds of Essex, gives his orders on the phone, and never meets the tradesmen. So this is probably because he likes his solitude while writing, and even when he is confronted with a life threatening situation, he retains his presence of mind and lays a trap for the intruder. He handles the situation with the intruder very cleverly. He convinces the intruder that he too is a criminal on the run and they can both escape together. The intruder. Now, the intruder is, a criminal on the run. His specialty is, jewel robbery. The police is on the lookout for him. So he's looking for a safe place to hide. So this intruder makes an, intriguing plan to dodge the police. Cold-blooded as he has hatched a crafty plan to achieve his aim. He plans to kill Gerard and steal his identity. He's smart and has chosen Gerard as he realizes that he is a bit of a mystery man, a recluse, and that they are somewhat alike in looks. And he decides to use these facts to his advantage. And the intruder, he's also a criminal who has been eluding the police ever since he killed a cop. So he has no sense of remorse for the crime he has committed. And in fact, he is further sinking in the mire of criminal activities by killing Gerard and stealing his identity. He's also he copies the American way of speaking, put those paws up, and amuse Gerard, asks him, "Are you American, or is that merely a clever imitation?" So this shows that he either watches a lot of Hollywood movies or reads, crime novels. So that's about the intruder. I request you all to watch this animated version of the story. The If I Were You, this play, and you will enjoy and understand it better. So till we meet in the next video, happy learning.